He said, let's get out of this town, drive out of the city, away from the crowds. I thought heaven can't help me now, nothing lasts forever. But this is getting good now. He's so tall and handsome as hell. He's so bad, but he does it so well. I can see the end as it begins. My one condition is, say you'll remember me, standing in a night's dress, staring at the sunset, babe. Red lips and rosy cheeks. Say you'll see me again, even if it's just in your wildest dreams. Wildest dreams. I said no one has to know what we do. His hands are in my hair, his clothes are in my room, and his voice is a familiar sound. Nothing lasts forever, but this is getting good now. He's so tall and handsome as hell. He's so bad, but he does it so well. And when we've had our very last kiss, my last request it is, say you'll remember me, standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset, babe. Red lips and rosy cheeks. Say you'll see me again, even if it's just in your wildest dreams. Wildest dreams. You'll see me in hindsight, tangled up with you all night, burning it down. Someday when you leave me, I'll bet these memories follow you around. You'll see me in hindsight, tangled up with you all night, burning it down. Someday when you leave me, I'll bet these memories follow you around. Say you'll remember me, standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset, babe. His red lips and rosy cheeks. Say you'll see me again, even if it's just pretend. Say you'll remember me, staring at the sunset, babe. Red lips and rosy cheeks. Say you'll see me again, even if it's just pretend, just pretend. Even if it's just in your wildest dreams.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Mr. Greg Bluestein.
Good evening, and welcome to Hillels of Georgia's Hillel Heroes 2022, honoring those who make a difference for thousands of Jewish students all across the state and in our Jewish community. Thank you also to the Chai Tunes, Emory Hillel's a cappella group, for your beautiful performance. They were fantastic. I'm Greg Bluestein, and once again, I am honored to be your host for this special evening. I'm proud to be a UGA graduate, as well as a former board member of Hillels of Georgia. I'm so happy to be here with you all tonight. After 2 long years of COVID, we are finally able to celebrate and be together in person. That is something to celebrate while we celebrate Hillel. So before we begin, please take a moment to silence your cell phones as we begin tonight's presentation. And I would now like to invite Rabbi Lawrence Rosenthal, Senior Rabbi at AA Synagogue, and the Barbara and Sanford Orkin Rabbinic Chair for the invocation. Rabbi?
Hello and good evening. My name is Lawrence Rosenthal, and I have the great honor of occupying the Barbara and Sanford Orkin Senior Rabbinic Chair at Havadakim, the AA Synagogue, here in Atlanta. I was asked to offer tonight's invocation, bringing, or helping to bring, awareness of God's presence to this sacred event. However, it isn't my words that will bring God's presence to this sacred space. It is the work, the dedication, and the passion of our Jewish students, the Hillel of Georgia staff, and especially tonight's honoree, who bring through their work and through their generosity the presence of God in our midst. So with that, I'll offer these words. Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu, our God and God of our ancestors, guide us this night with strength and courage. Let us support the young souls that make Hillels of Georgia their home away from home. Let us be inspired by the vision and commitment of individuals like Sanford Orkin, like his wife Barbara, Alea Shalom, like the Orkin family that have put their hope and dedication into this next generation of Jews, ensuring that our Jewish future is bright. With your help, O God, we can light up our darkness. We can bring justice to the oppressed. We could lift up the downtrodden. Let not our foot stumble, nor our resolve lack courage, for you are forever with us. Please join me in saying Amen. Amen. I would like now to invite one of Hillel's student leaders to the podium to share this evening's Devar Torah, Leah Bader, junior at the Emory University, studying political science and Arabic. Leah is currently the resident advisor of the Emory Vibes and editor of the Emory Political Review and research assistant in the Oppression Resistance Political Science Lab. She is a member of the Emory University Jewish Life Working Group. I have no idea how she has time to be here. Tell me about it, Leah.
This past Shabbat, on the last day of Pesach, we read Megillah Shir HaShirim, Song of Songs, written by King Solomon. The Megillah describes a strong, loving relationship between Hashem and the Jewish people, featuring the Jewish people in conversation with Hashem, the land of Israel, and other nations. The most striking thing to me about Shir HaShirim is the nature of this communication. The Jewish people communicate as one, speaking as a single, unified voice to other groups in the Megillah. Jewry today may feel less unified in perspectives on God, on Judaism, on Israel. A wise man once said, 2 Jews, 3 opinions. In reflecting on Jewish unity, the strength and value of Hillel becomes clear. At Hillel, we must strive to provide a place where students can gather to explore their Jewish identity. Thank you. One Devar, 2 mics. At Hillel, we must strive to provide a place where students can gather to explore their Jewish identities. In my time at Emory, I have felt the strength of this solidarity. At events facilitating discussions about pluralism, Friday Night Kabbalat Shabbat, and Israel Fest, Hillel aims to embody the nuance and strength of Jewish unity, equipping students to look towards the future as one, with love for Judaism and the land of Israel. Thank you. Now please turn your attention to the screen to learn more about Hillels of Georgia and our activities this past year in creating vibrant Jewish life on campus.
I think Hillel has had a huge impact on my college experience. I like to think of ourselves like a little family. You know, we like to have fun with each other, mess around with each other, you know, just always hanging out. In the Hillel rooms, you kind of just walk in randomly. There are people there just, hey, what's up? How's life going? You just talk with them, schmooze.
Like when you walk into a Hillel event, everyone's talking, everyone's having a good time, immediately draws you and it's immediately welcoming.
I met everyone. I met our campus director, Valerie Chambers, and I just kind of fell in love. And I felt welcomed and invited from the very beginning.
We set up, especially my freshman year, this kind of tradition of after Hillel Friday night dinner, we would stay at Hillel and hang out and talk and play games. And that became really important for me.
I keep coming back to Hillel for friendships and for food. It's always nice to know that I have bagel break on Tuesdays and Shabbat on Fridays. I mean, I'm a college student. I like free food.
And having a Jewish community on campus means that you have people who also have that same experience and know what that feels like and know what you're going through and who can be there to support you on a more personal level.
I don't think I could have gone to a school or been in an environment without that Jewish backbone, and Hillel has definitely served as that Jewish backbone for me.
Having a way to have pieces of my home and how I grew up in my childhood with me at college has been really important for me as a new college student.
Having this on campus, I think, is really vital, especially for incoming freshmen, to really have a space they can really call their own and have a space they can really be safe in and be themselves.
Gaining those friendships, finding a sense of purpose, community, learning more about my ancestry and my heritage, and wanting to learn and grow.
To have that knowledge, like, oh, there is a community out there that cares about me, that if I don't show up to something, will follow up with me and ask if everything's okay. That knowledge has really comforted me.
Hillel got me interested in Judaism again because of the laid-back nature and vibe. It wasn't the pressure to, that you weren't mitzvahed or that you knew the Torah. It was more about community and the aspect of we're all in this together, we're at different stages in our lives, and our whole purpose is just to grow and learn together.
Having a group and having people who are just kind of ready to listen and willing to kind of work with you and just kind of very encouraging and very let's do it, let's go, very supportive has been really, really great.
Hillel is also a space where it's okay to make mistakes. You're learning from that in a space where you're just among friends and people that love you. I show up for the next generation of Emory students who are in these incredible leadership positions and putting on these awesome activities.
My favorite Hillel program, I think it has to be Israel Fest. It's not only for Hillel people, but we do it for everyone.
It's a place where I know I can find friends pretty easily. And it's also a place where I've met people now who I can talk to outside of Hillel.
Because after college, who knows where we're going to end up? So I think it's really important to meet other people from other communities, other states, to really create that connection, because one day, who knows, you might be in their community and you might have yourself a friend there already.
Consistently during the week, there are Hillel staff people on campus making themselves available to hang out with students, serve students. Having that physical presence is an important reminder of this connection to the Jewish community and this being seen that often in college maybe doesn't happen for everybody.
There is a lot that happens in the world today in terms of anti-Semitism, and it can be something that's super daunting.
College is a very nerve-wracking time for people, and we come into something that's so uncertain. We don't know what we want to do with life, we don't know what we're going to study, how are the classes going to be, but it's nice to know that Hillel is always there and that it's always a constant that we have, that we can we know if we fall back, they will catch us.
Where am I supposed to go if I'm Jewish? There's nowhere. And so having Hillel being out there and doing tabling events and this and that, we're here, we're a safe space, and we're here for you.
Hillel and, the other Jewish groups that spawn out of Hillel are making Judaism alive and relevant, making it into a thing that is. I can't imagine what college would have been like without that.
What a terrific video. I think those students hit the nail on the head. That really captured the spirit of Hillel, because at Hillel, we are all about the Jewish people. At Hillel, we inspire our students to explore their Jewish lives, identities, and their journeys, and to become proud Jews and members of our Jewish communities on campus. We accomplish this by engaging and empowering our Hillel students to take the leadership to create dynamic Jewish life and activities on campus, and to host all sorts of activities ranging from Shabbat and holiday celebrations to Jewish education, community service, philanthropy, and as you saw, Israel activities, social and networking programs. Our Hillel students are very fortunate to benefit from having members of our community to look up to as Jewish leaders and as mentors. And tonight, we are very, very proud to recognize several of them. Please welcome to the stage Stacy Fisher, the chair of the Hillels of Georgia Board of Directors, and Elliot Karp, the CEO of Hillels of Georgia.
Thank you, Greg, and good evening, everybody. Elliot and I are beyond thrilled to be joining everybody in person tonight for Hillel Heroes. I want to thank our Hillel Heroes co-chairs who are responsible for this evening's program. That includes Vicki and Jerry Benjamin, Shelley and Brian Satisky, as well as our honorary co-chairs, Jay Davis and Steve Seelig. And then there's always my own personal hero across the board, my mom, Linda Seelig. So this evening we are really proud to recognize our friend Sanford Orkin for his vision, passion, and commitment to Jewish life on campus, and his generosity in helping to establish the new Hillel Center at the University of Georgia. In recognition of Mr. Orkin's devotion to Hillel and the Jewish community, we are very proud to honor him this evening and present him with the Billy and Bernie Marcus Visionary Award.
Those of you that are standing in the back, if you'd like to come in and take a seat, we promise you're not going to be here all evening, but you may want to sit down. We have a little bit of a program to go. Stacy, thanks for your leadership and for all your support. We also look forward this evening to recognizing the contributions of our 2022 Hillel Heroes, student leader Teddy Lambert, Dr. Catherine Lewis, Coach Josh Passner, and Dr. Raymond Shinazi. And let's have a round of applause for them. And we want to thank our generous sponsors for making this evening possible, as well as several groups of individuals. Our tremendously dedicated and hardworking Hillel professional staff, our committed board of directors, and our generous supporters, including families, alumni, community members, foundations, funders, including the Jewish Federation, whose philanthropic support fuels Hillels of Georgia. And a special shout out, most especially, to the Marcus Foundation. And most especially to all of our students. That's who we serve, and that's why we exist. And to thank them is something that should not be taken lightly. We are so proud of all of their achievements, as you've seen the high tunes this evening and all of the videos. The generous support of our donors has led us to this evening in our annual fund for 2022. We have a goal of $660,000, and I'm pleased to say that as of this afternoon, we've pushed through $615,000 towards the 660, and we are quite confident that we will meet and exceed that goal over the next 30 to 60 days. Hillels of Georgia's mission is to create vibrant Jewish life on every campus in Georgia, in which every Jewish student is inspired to proudly embrace their Jewish journey, their Jewish identity, and to make an enduring connection to Jewish life and Israel. We have done this and much, much more against the backdrop of current events at home, in Israel and around the world, including the growing threats of anti-Semitism, especially on our college campuses. And while that has been going on, our students have responded to the war in Ukraine, and to the unprecedented humanitarian crisis affecting both our Jewish brothers and sisters and other Ukrainian citizens. And our students also expressed their outrage over the last month when we mourned the loss of Israeli citizens once again in unprecedented terrorist attacks. It's against this backdrop that Hillel proves why it's so vitally important each and every day. So let us pray for shalom, for peace that will come soon to our Jewish community, to our nation, to Israel, and to the world, so that we can usher in a new era of peace in which we can celebrate the things that bring us together and not the things that separate us.
This year was filled with innovative programming, including building living memorials with the Daffodil Project, our Etgar Civil Rights Tour, our Birthright Onward Israel and Maccabi Task Force trips to Israel, which are about to depart, if not already, and our recent pro-Israel advocacy conference, Meeting the Challenge. And we have conducted workshops for university administrators on Jews, Judaism, and anti-Semitism as a way to proactively educate our partners on these very important issues, as Elliot referred to. All of this and much more was made possible thanks to you, our Hillel heroes. On behalf of ourselves, our leadership, our staff, and most importantly, our thousands of Jewish students across the state, thank you.
So please sit back and enjoy the video presentation of this year's Hillel's Heroes.
Tikkun Olam Makers at Georgia Tech is part of a global movement that is bringing together people living with disabilities, known as need knowers, and people with creative abilities, known as makers. Tom's mission is to develop open source assistive technology to address the everyday challenges faced by people living with disabilities. For 3 years, Teddy Lambert has stewarded and cultivated the program at Tech, expanding the scope to over 10 projects in development and recruiting students to utilize their talents in the role of maker. Through Teddy's impressive leadership, the program has not only expanded at Georgia Tech, but across Georgia, paving the way for new chapters at the University of Georgia and Morehouse University. For his excellent leadership and commitment to the Jewish value, Tikkun Olam, it is my honor to present Teddy Lambert with the 2022 Hillel Heroes Award. Congratulations and thank you.
So I got involved with Hillel from the first day I was on campus. I went with my parents to the Hillel Welcome Barbecue the first day just to get to see the area and meet some new friends as well. And then sophomore year, I got an email about this cool new thing called Tikkun Olam Makers. Tikkun Olam means to repair the world, and I really think Tom does that perfectly. What we do by taking these neglected challenges that don't have an affordable solution, don't have a market solution, or just too unique for a company to make them commercially, we're taking those challenges and building prototypes and solutions right here at home at Georgia Tech. I think the future for Tom is really bright. As our global challenge states, there are millions of people around the world living with these neglected challenges and hundreds of Tom communities to help fill these challenges. Specifically on Georgia Tech's campus, I think we can grow even bigger as an organization. Being a recipient of the Hillel Heroes Award really means a lot. And I think this award has really helped me focus back on what we're doing at Tikkun Olam Makers and how much of an impact we're able to have, not just on campus, but in the Hillel community and greater Atlanta community as well. It really shows that this is a great organization, is doing a lot of good work and really showing that value of repairing the world of Tikkun Olam. And so it's a huge honor. I really appreciate it and know that this only means great things for Tom in the future.
Dr. Raymond Shinazi was born in Alexandria, Egypt in 1950 to one of the leading families in the Jewish community who instilled in him the values of Jewish community, education, and tzedakah. In 1964, the Shanazis fled as refugees for Naples, Italy, but not before Ray's father helped arrange the smuggling of more than 100 Sefer Torah from Egypt to new homes in U.S. synagogues. Dr. Shanazi has been associated with Emory University for more than 40 years and currently holds the Francis Winship Walters Chair in Pediatrics. In 1992, at the height of the AIDS-HIV epidemic, Dr. Shanazi co-developed the first successful treatment for HIV/AIDS. Today, more than 94% of HIV-infected individuals are treated with one or more of the drugs he invented. In 2004, Dr. Shanazi's research team developed not a treatment, but a cure for hepatitis C. Today, his research continues on the hepatitis B virus, coronavirus, and other emerging viruses. Dr. Shanazi has been generous to the Emory community, the Atlanta Jewish community, and Hillel, Georgia as a lead donor for student Passover Seders, securing Sefer Torah for Orvei Shalom Synagogue, UGA Hillel, and the Marcus Hillel Center. In 2006, as chair of Hillel Georgia's board of directors, I met Dr. Shanazi for the first time during our capital campaign for a new Hillel building at Emory. Dr. Shanazi's close ties to Emory University's leadership were linchpin in the success of the land exchange. Dr. Shanazi's generous support of the capital campaign was vital to the success of that campaign, and today, Ray's Bistro in the Marcus Hillel Center welcomes students for events and meals. For living his Jewish values in his life, his work, and his support of Hillel Georgia, it is my honor to present the 2022 Hillel Heroes Award to Dr. Raymond Shanazi.
When I was a student in England, I couldn't go home to my parents in Spain at the time, so I had to stay in London, and I was able to basically stay at Hillel in London, which was really a place where you can meet a lot of other Jewish kids and also be able to sleep there for very little money, so that helps. But I think I really admire that, to be able to have a safe place to be in. I felt very strongly that Hillel needed to grow and needed to be a stronger place. And indeed, with Barry Marcus, we were able to build the wonderful campus that we have. And also, I was able to provide some Torahs, one of them in the name of my mother. It's very, very important to have all the Jewish tradition for the students, to be able to have, for example, a Passover Seder and feel the Jewish life that is present. Philanthropy in general is something very important, tzedakah. Even if we can't afford much, give something. And I think it's important to contribute to understanding each other, all the religion. We have a lot to offer as being Jews, but I think it's lovely to be able to interact with other religions. I feel it's a duty to do it. I think it's wonderful to get these honors once in a while because it helps recognize people and encourages other people to give and other people to care about their own community.
Coach Josh Pastner is an invaluable member of our Jewish community. Since his arrival in Atlanta, Josh has inspired us through his dedication to his student athletes and the general student body at Georgia Tech. As Georgia Tech's head basketball coach, he has gone above and beyond his responsibilities, serving not only as a face for Yellow Jacket athletics, but also for Jewish life on campus as well. Coach Pastner has demonstrated his commitment to a vibrant Jewish community by attending Hillel events, schmoozing with Hillel parents, and advocating for our Jewish students on Georgia Tech's campus. Josh understands the needs of our Hillel students and as such, proudly champions their need for safe Jewish spaces on campus where students can feel empowered to embrace their own Jewish identity. For his commitment, his advocacy, and his support of Jewish college students, it is my pleasure to present Josh Pastner with the 2022 Hillel Heroes Award.
I love working with college students. I love working with young people
the impact you can make on young people at the age that you're able to get them between 18 and 23, and you have them in that 4 or 5 year time periods that they're with you, to see their maturation, to see their development, to see them walk across the stage and get that diploma, get that degree, and knowing that the coach can make a huge impact, a positive impact. And so I've always liked to be able to give back. And one of the ways I've been able to give back, because I am a proud Jew, I love being Jewish, is to be able to give back to the Jewish communities, at the communities that you're in, but also because you're so ingrained and invested into the university in a sense, and into the student life. I love being part of the Hillels on the different campuses that I've been. There's not always a high number of Jews on campus, so I think it's really important that the Jewish community remains strong. And the best way for that to continue or to grow or to be empowered is through the Hillel. Receiving the Hillel Heroes Award is pretty darn cool. I'm a big believer that life is precious, everything's precious, every day is a gift, and even things like this, when you're getting an award like this, you just don't take it for granted, and it doesn't come around that often. So it's a great appreciation from just sincerely from internally. I'm really grateful for the award and for the people that have nominated me. Very thankful.
On behalf of Hillels of Georgia, I am both proud and privileged to present Dr. Catherine Lewis with the Hillel Heroes Award. Hillel is vital to the entire campus community, most especially for the Jewish students. Catherine Lewis recognized this and has been Hillel's faculty advisor at Kennesaw State University for over 10 years. Her passion, dedication, and commitment has always been to support Jewish students at Kennesaw State University and to ensure vibrant Jewish life on campus. Catherine recognizes that a strong Hillel provides an important Jewish home away from home, but that also a strong Jewish community would create understanding and respect between faith, ethnic, and cultural communities on campus. There are so many people who have contributed to the development and success of Hillel at KSU, from faculty, administrators, community members, and of course, scores of Hillel student leaders. None, however, can come close to the measure of commitment that Dr. Catherine Lewis has demonstrated over 10 years working to support Hillel. Catherine Lewis is truly Hillel's Eshet Chayel, a woman of valor. To quote Proverbs, she looks to the future cheerfully. Extol her for the fruits of her labor. Wherever people gather, her deeds speak her praise. And that is why Catherine Lewis is a true Hillel hero. For her commitment to Jewish learning and Jewish life at Kennesaw State University, it is my honor to present Dr. Catherine Lewis with the 2022 Hillel Heroes Award.
So my involvement with Hillel goes way back. I came to Kennesaw State in 2003 and was recruited to build the Holocaust Museum and be faculty. And support from the university was baked in. We were so lucky from the very beginning when we started the program, and that support has never wavered. It has grown and grown and grown over the years and served the campus, certainly staff and faculty and students, Jewish and non-Jewish students. But then we serve the broader community, not just in Northwest Georgia, throughout the state, throughout the nation, and internationally. So I've been very lucky. I see how much Hillel matters to our students. And just several months ago, our now president, Kat Schwag, came and joined us for one of the Shabbat dinners. And I think it was really important for Kat to see how important Hillel is to student life. So I've been the faculty advisor for absolutely years, and I've seen that change, and I'm proud to see how much support our students get. I always say that our Department of Museums, Archives, and Rare Books is the welcome mat to the university. And I would extend that to Hillel. Hillel is the welcome mat, not just to our Jewish students. Hillel's the welcome mat to all of our students. That's what makes a great student organization. I hope my daughter Emma when she goes to college and has a chance to engage with Hillel, gets to encounter the kind of heroes that Hillel has had all these years. I was humbled and really honored when Elliot called to tell me that I was named a Hillel hero. There are people that are doing so much more than I am, but I do feel like every day that the work that we do with our students and with our community really matters. So I want to say congratulations to, of course, all of the other honorees and the other Hillel heroes. I feel like I'm joining a terrific group of dedicated friends and colleagues, and I'm really grateful for the honor.
So please welcome to the stage our 2022 Hillel Heroes. Dr. Raymond Shinazi. Coach Josh Passner. Dr. Catherine Lewis. And last but not least, Teddy Lampert.
Very good. Let's give another round of applause for the honorees. And ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the 2022 Billy and Bernie Marcus Visionary Award presentation. To kick it off, let's take a look at the new UGA Hillel Center, go Dogs, which would not be possible without the generous support of this year's Visionary Award recipient, Sanford Orkin.
What makes me proud of being part of Hillel is the Jewish values. I grew up in a Jewish community, practicing Jewish traditions and Jewish values. And so I feel like at Hillel, I get to bring some of that to Athens, and it makes it feel a little bit more like home.
Most of my friends that I knew since I was a toddler, I didn't tell them I was Jewish until I was high school. I felt like that was something I couldn't express about myself. And so I definitely became more comfortable here, making friends in Hillel who loved that part of them, their Judaism.
My parents were a bit skeptical and, they didn't really know much about UGA, and they said they hate Jews there, and little did they know I'd be more immersed in Jewish culture than I ever was.
Hillel at UGA is definitely like another home for people.
Yeah, it just feels like you're at your mom's house, kinda.
Yeah.
I think it's the warm environment, getting away from the everyday stress of being a student. It's really great just to come and relax at Hillel.
I think we're growing so rapidly, and I don't think we were really prepared to have so many people interested in Hillel now, because even the board is growing. We had 10 people a few years ago. Now it's close to 40. So I think more space would be ideal.
It does get a little overcrowded. So downstairs, we're kind of cramped as far as the tables go, and I know that they would also love to have space outside for outdoor seating for Shabbat meals as well.
When I was at UGA, there seemed to be no cohesion with Hillel, but today I think that it's very vibrant. There's lots of activities, lots of programs. It's more cohesive with Hillels of Georgia. That's what I'm really most excited about, is just a space for students to go and be.
We know that the new Hillel Center at the University of Georgia will provide our Jewish students with a home away from home and be a center of Jewish life and programming for many years to come. We are also excited to share this magnificent facility with the rest of the UGA community, as well as the Athens Jewish community.
With the new building, it'll really make a statement to the students and to the community that Hillel is here. We're doing activities, all are welcome, we have space for you.
And I think the new building will be good too because it's so close to campus and especially the freshman dorms. Like I remember when I was a freshman, I didn't really come on Village much. And so I didn't really know that this was here. And I think having it right where the freshman dorms are, they can like move in with their parents. And you know their parents can be like, look, there's Hillel, you need to go.
This is such an exciting time to be a part of Hillel's of Georgia. With the help of the Marcus Foundation, we purchased the old bookstore at UGA, an incredible 10,000 square foot building right across the street from the freshman dorms. We're about to build a world-class Hillel at the UGA campus. People will be coming from all over the country to see this building that will give Jewish students and others a home away from home. In addition, it's also going to be a landmark to show the pride of being Jewish, something that will stand out within the community. And with all of your help, we're going to make this a reality within the next 18 months.
The new Hillel Center at the University of Georgia will provide many, many years of vibrant Jewish life and programming, thanks to the generous support of our alumni, parents, friends, and donors.
Will you help build a brighter Jewish future?
Help us build our new Jewish home away from home.
Help us build our new Jewish home away from home.
Help us build our new Jewish home away from home.
Help us build our new Jewish home away from home.
Help us build our new Jewish home away from home.
Please help us build our new Jewish home away from home.
Jan, I haven't rehearsed this, but we're professionals. We can do this. But before I go to the script, I just have to say, for both of us, when you go to solicit somebody and you're going to ask for a big gift, a seven-figure gift, you get a little nervous. I'll have to say that when we went and talked to Sanford Orkin, it was about the easiest ask I've ever done, and I've done a lot of asks over the years. It was just such a pleasure. So when you think about the Billy and Bernie Marcos Visionary Award and its recipients over the years, a few choice adjectives come to mind: inspiring, commitment, generous, and mensch. And when I think of someone who embodies these qualities, I think of Sanford Orkin. Sanford is an Atlanta native. At 15 years old, he met his wife Barbara, who was 13. They married in 1953. Started a family, and have had a loving marriage for 66 years. Sadly, Barbara passed away in November 2019, but her memory lives on with Sanford and their family in the important philanthropic work he does for his community. Sanford and Barbara both attended the University of Georgia, the Hallelujah, God Almighty 2021 National Collegiate Football champions. Somebody said, go Dogs. While still a student and on his wedding day, Sanford was drafted into the Army. The young couple spent their first 2 years of marriage at Fort Jackson in South Carolina, after which they returned to Atlanta, where Sanford joined the family business, Orkin Pest Control. Sanford sat at the helm of the Orkin Pest Control for many years, using his entrepreneurial skills to improve and expand the company. In 1964, Sanford sold the company to Rollins Incorporated and became a full-time investor focusing on real estate and other business ventures. Sanford has always used his knowledge and prowess for the betterment of others by serving on numerous nonprofit and for-profit boards throughout his life.
I have to echo Steve's comment about our solicitation with Sanford. And yes, Steve, you have asked a lot of people for money. Sanford is dedicated to supporting higher education, specifically at the University of Georgia. His commitments include support for UGA students, faculty, and staff, needs-based scholarships, a new hall at the Terry College of Business, which prominently displays his family's name. Additionally, Sanford's extensive philanthropy has touched many Atlanta Jewish organizations, the AA Synagogue, the Epstein School, the Weber School, and the Marcus Jewish Community Center, to name a few, have all benefited from Sanford's generosity. In the greater community, Sanford is devoted to helping institutions which foster the health and well-being of others, such as Piedmont Hospital. He is also involved in research efforts in the areas of cancer and tropical diseases. One of his proudest life moments was signified in December 2019 when Sanford received an honorary doctorate of human letters degree from the University of Georgia. Currently, Sanford enjoys spending quality time with his devoted children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. His family is his greatest legacy. This past year, the dream of a beautiful new Hillel Center at UGA became a reality thanks to Sanford's unwavering support for the university and for the Jewish community. Tonight, we are here to celebrate Sanford and his magnanimous gesture. And we'll see a video of Sanford right now.
The fondest memory that I have is going to be somewhat funny in a way. The ladies were not able to get out of school and hang around the varsity as we did. And I would go down to the hamburger place. I was able to throw hamburgers up to her room, which was on the 3rd floor, I think.
You threw varsity hamburgers up to Mima.
Yeah.
And what did she say? Did she catch them?
Yeah, she was a good catch. I marveled at the idea of our family being Jewish, and that's what I wanted. The family was very close. The father took me in right away. We celebrated Jewishness, unlike I had the opportunity to share that life. I can say this, when I was in school, which was in 1901 almost, I found it odd that the Jewish people did not have a place to go and mingle. And I just felt like Hillel answers that question. And it means a lot to me to be associated with Hillel. Jewish life is going to be much easier because they have a place to go, and the Hillel house is going to be extraordinary. It's going to be the center of the school. One thing that encouraged me to participate is that Bernie Marcus did. It makes me feel very good that they would consider me as a recipient of this award, because everybody looks up to Bernie Marcus, and I do too. He inspires me. Jewish life is important. It's important that Jews recognize that and continue giving of themselves.
The UGA Hillel Center will become the center of the Jewish community on campus at UGA and in the Athens community. It will be a state-of-the-art facility and safe home away from home for our Jewish students at UGA and the entire UGA and Athens Jewish communities. In recognition of his commitment to Hillels of Georgia and UGA Hillel, our Jewish community, the University of Georgia, and many other important philanthropic pursuits, it is our honor to present Sanford Orkin with the prestigious 2022 Billy and Bernie Marcus Visionary Award.
Regrettably, Sanford was not able to join us this evening. However, we are fortunate that members of his family are in attendance tonight to receive this prestigious award on his behalf. It's my pleasure to invite Julie Loftus, Sanford's granddaughter, to the stage alongside Steve and myself as we present the Billy and Bernie Marcus Visionary Award. Please help us congratulate Sanford and his family.
That video was very emotional. It's so nice to see your do that. My name is Julie Orkin Soriano Loftus, and I am a University of Georgia grad. Go Dogs. Speaking on behalf of our family, it is an honor to be part of this evening. Papa has been a great role model for us and the Jewish community. He has shown us how important it is to give back to our community with love and generosity, the importance of building trust and relationships, and the importance of contributing personal time, effort, and insight. Papa is truly honored and humbled to receive the Billy and Bernie Marcus Visionary Award, and he wants to thank you with all his heart.
Wow. Well, congratulations, Mr. Orkin, and thank you for all you have done for Hillel and our community. I would also like to congratulate our 2022 Hillel heroes, Dr. Raymond Shanazi, Dr. Catherine Lewis, Coach Joshua Passner, and Teddy Lambert. Okay, folks, that is our show. Thank you all for your support of Hillels of Georgia over the years and the 2022 Annual Fund, which has made this year possible. And special thanks to all of our Hillel heroes. Please see one of our amazing students on the way out. They're handing out Hillel Heroes cookies for little Nosh on the way home. Drive safe and good night.